Imagine going to your local thrift shop and picking up what appears to be an average video game, but then when you get home and look it up for resale, you find out it's worth over $50,000. Hey, it's Phil, also known as the King of Thrift. If you want to get started reselling and turn it into a full-time career and be your own boss, then hit that subscribe button right now. And if you really want to jumpstart your reselling career, then shoot on over to thekingofthrift.com, that's thekingofthrift.com, and download How to Crush It Reselling with No Experience. This is my latest book, guys, and it is available only there. Link is in the description. Can you imagine going to your local thrift shop or garage sale this weekend and picking up or thumbing through a few video games, and you pick one in particular, appears to be a regular game like all the rest, but when you get it home, you find out it's worth over 50 G's. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the top 5 original Nintendo video games of all time to resell for big profits, guys. Any one of these video games could make your month or even your entire year.
Number 5.
The Legend of Zelda, guys. The original Legend of Zelda. Now, when this game came out, it changed the game forever because this was one of the first role-player type games that was ever adapted into electronic format. Before that, it was Dungeons and Dragons. They were all book type games. The Legend of Zelda was one of the first games of its kind, but needless to say, Zelda came along with the knights, all the magic, and the depth of the gameplay was just, it was there. It was something that hadn't been offered before, and it really made an impact. That's why The Legend of Zelda does come in at number 5, clocking in at $8,600. That is our number 5.
Number 4.
Super Mario World. Now, Super Mario World followed Super Mario Brothers, the original game for the Nintendo Entertainment System, the very first game, right along with Duck Hunt. If you can find an original Super Mario World, then you could get as much as $9,400. That's right, guys. That is the latest selling price of Super Mario World, sealed in the package. So that's why it does come in at number 4, along with being an icon in video games. It is also one of the most rare and one of the most sought after games. All right, guys, coming in at number 3 is Super Mario Brothers. That's right, guys, the original Super Mario Brothers. If you can find a copy of Super Mario Brothers sealed in the package, you can get $10,000, guys. That is the going price for a video game from Nintendo that sold back in the day for $25. To be fair, it is Super Mario Brothers, which has become an icon in the world today, an icon in America, an icon in Japan, guys, an icon the world over. If you pull Mario's face at, or even Luigi for that matter, I would say chances are anyone anywhere in the world is going to know exactly who they are. And that's why number 3 spot goes to
Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, guys, we are on number 2. We are number 2 on the countdown of the most valuable Nintendo video games of all time to resell for big profits. Number 2 is going to be Mega Man. If you've never played Mega Man, you are missing out, guys. I remember when Mega Man came out back in 1987. That's right, guys. 1987. I must have been, 12 years old. So that tells you how old I am now. But I was 12 years old when the game came out, and I remember when this game came out, man, this game was so addicting. It was so much fun to play. I remember going to bed one night, but before I went to bed, my father and I were playing the game. I was showing him video games, and he and I were playing Mega Man. Now, for some reason, he liked this game. When I went to bed that night, he stayed up and he was still playing. I had to go to bed, it was like 10:30. He actually let me sit up late that night, I remember. He stayed up and he was still playing the game. So I went to bed, I woke the following morning, time for school. I walk into the living room, guess what? There's my dad, bloodshot, staring at the TV in the same spot, got an ashtray full of a pile of cigarette butts. It's back when people used to smoke, back before they knew how bad it was for you. But he doesn't smoke anymore, so that's a good thing. But he had smoked, how many cartons of cigarettes over the night, and got bloodshot eyes, addicted to Mega Man, playing it all night, guys. Mega Man is one of those games, if you've never played it, you need to get out there and play it. And that the reason it is number 2 is no mystery as far as I'm concerned, guys. Still one of the greatest games in the history of all games. Mega Man coming in at number 2 for a selling price of $41,000. $41,000. Keep your eyes open. If you can't find a Mega Man out there, you better grab it because that will make your whole year. Here we are, the #1 spot. If you can find this game anywhere out there, this is gonna set you up for the year. You can go on down and pick out your new boat. You can go on down and pick out your new Beamer, whatever it is you're looking for, this is gonna cover it. Stadium Events, family, fitness, and fun game. This is one of those games that came out back in the day. It was one of the first family type games. You know, it had all the Olympic type games, all the different track and field type events and that kind of stuff. A fun game, especially for the family. I'm guessing that it must be very rare. It wasn't the greatest game of all time as far as I'm concerned, but from what I found, it's the highest selling game of all time and comes in at $55,000, guys. 55 grand. That's insane. That's a whole year's pay for some people. That's 2 years' wages for some people. Hopefully, this video has given you something to look for when you're out there. It's giving you a little insight. There are many other grailed items other than just what I've covered here today, these 5 video games. If you like this video and you want to see more like this, then drop that down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? If you're serious about reselling and you want to get started right now, then hit that subscribe button. And if you're really serious about kicking your reselling endeavors into high gear, then shoot on over to thekingofthrift.com and download how to get started reselling, how to crush it with no experience. It's on sale for half off right now, so shoot on over there. Thanks for watching, guys, and until my next video, you guys be good, and I'll see you in the future.